Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a story that I think a lot of us can relate to, whether you're a kid or just a kid at heart. It's a story about a wonderful girl named Naya, and it reminds us that sometimes the things that scare us the most can lead to our greatest joys. So grab a comfy seat and let's dive into the world of Naya and her new bike. Once upon a time, in a bright and sunny little town, lived a girl named Naya. Naya was incredibly talented. If you gave her a piece of paper and some crayons, she could draw the most amazing pictures you've ever seen: majestic lions, sparkling castles, and enchanted forests that seemed to come alive on the page. She also had a beautiful voice. When Naya sang, it was like listening to the sweetest little bird on a spring morning. Her melodies could make anyone smile. She was creative, she was kind, and she had a big, warm heart. But, like all of us, Naya had a secret fear. It wasn't monsters under the bed or spooky shadows on the wall. The one thing that made Naya's heart beat a little too fast was the thought of learning to ride a bike. All her friends had bikes. They would zip around the park, their laughter echoing as they raced each other down the gentle slopes. They'd often ask her, "Naya, come on, let's go for a ride." But Naya would always find an excuse. "Oh, I have to finish this drawing," or "I promised my mum I'd help with the garden." The truth was, a whirlwind of worries would spin in her mind whenever she saw a bicycle. "What if I fall?" she'd whisper to herself. "What if I wobble and can't stop? What if I get hurt?" The fear of falling, of scraping her knees, felt so big and so real that it kept her feet planted firmly on the ground. She preferred the safety of her art supplies and songbooks to the uncertainty of two wheels. She would watch her friends from her window, a little part of her wishing she could join them. But the fear was always stronger than the wish. One sunny afternoon, Naya's dad came home with something big and shiny. It was a beautiful bicycle, just her size. It was painted a brilliant shade of blue, the color of a perfect summer sky. It had sparkly silver handlebars with colorful streamers that danced in the breeze, and a little bell that went asterisk ding ding. Asterisk when you rang it. It was the most wonderful bike Naya had ever seen. Her dad smiled, his eyes full of warmth. "This is for you, Naya," he said, presenting it to her. Naya's heart did a little flip-flop. It was beautiful, but it was also a bike. All her worries came rushing back. Her dad seemed to read her mind. He knelt down beside her and said gently, "I know you can learn to ride this, Naya. Don't be afraid to try new things. Sometimes the best adventures are waiting just outside our comfort zone. I believe in you." Naya looked at the shiny blue bike, then back at her dad's encouraging face. She was still hesitant. The what-ifs were playing on a loop in her head. Just then, her mum came out into the yard. She saw the look on Naya's face and gave her a comforting hug. "It's okay to be scared, sweetie," she said softly. "But remember this, if you fall, you just get back up again. That's how you learn. Every little stumble is just a step towards getting it right." We'll be right here with you." Her parents' words were like a warm blanket, chasing away some of the cold fear. She took a deep breath. Her friends were there too, having come over to see her new gift. They gathered around, not to pressure her, but to support her. Looking at her mum, her dad, and her friends, Naya felt a tiny spark of courage ignite in her heart. "Okay," she said, her voice a little shaky but determined. "Okay, I'll try." With her heart thumping like a drum, Naya put on her helmet. Her dad helped her get onto the seat. Her hands felt clumsy on the handlebars. She put her feet on the pedals, feeling how wobbly everything was. "Just push off gently," her dad advised carefully. Nervously, Naya pushed off and began to pedal. For a second, she was moving, but then, ... asterisk, wobble, wobble, tip. Asterisk down she went, landing softly on the grass. A little gasp escaped her lips. It didn't hurt, but the feeling of falling was just as scary as she'd imagined. For a moment, she thought about giving up right then and there. But then she heard a sound. It wasn't laughter. It was clapping. Her friends were cheering for her. "You can do it, Naya," one of them shouted. "That was a great first try." Another one called out, "Come on, Naya, get back up." Their encouragement washed over her, pushing away the sting of failure. She looked at her mum, who gave her a reassuring nod. She saw her dad smiling, ready to help her up. She wasn't alone in this. Taking another deep breath, Naya stood up, brushed the grass off her jeans, and got back on the little blue bike. This time, she felt different. The fear was still there, but now it had company. Courage. She pushed off again, pedaling a little faster, looking straight ahead instead of down at her feet. She wobbled, but she didn't fall. She focused, remembering her mum's words. "If you fall, get back up." She pedaled harder, one foot, then the other. 1, 2, 1, 2. Slowly, miraculously, the wobbling started to smooth out. She was finding her balance. Her dad let go, and she didn't even notice at first. She was doing it. She was really doing it. A huge smile spread across her face as she pedaled past her cheering friends. The wind rushed past her ears, and the streamers on her handlebars fluttered like tiny flags of victory. She rode around the yard, her initial fear completely forgotten, replaced by a thrilling sense of freedom and accomplishment. "Yay, I can do it. I'm riding a bike," Naya shouted, her voice filled with pure, unfiltered joy. The little bell on her bike went asterisk ding dash ding asterisk as she celebrated. From that day forward, Naya was a changed girl. She still loved drawing and singing, but now she had a new passion, riding her beautiful blue bike. She joined her friends on their cycling adventures, exploring the park and racing down the paths. Her laughter the loudest of all, but the biggest change wasn't just that she could ride a bike. Naya learned something much more important. She learned that it's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to let fear stop you. She realized that trying new things, even when they seem scary, can lead to the most amazing discoveries. Sometimes you might fall, and sometimes you might fail, but that's all part of the process. Each fall is a lesson, and each attempt makes you stronger by facing her fear. Naya didn't just learn to ride a bike. She discovered a new kind of happiness and a confidence in herself that she never knew she had. She learned that the greatest adventures often begin the moment you decide to try. So, the moral of Naya's story is a simple but powerful one. Do be afraid to try new things. Whether it's learning to ride a bike, speaking in front of a class, or learning a new skill, courage is the key that unlocks abilities and happiness you've never even imagined. Embrace the wobbles, learn from the falls, and keep pedaling forward. You might just be surprised at how far you can go. Thank you so much for listening to Naya's story with me today. I hope it inspired you as much as it inspired me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next story. What's something you were scared to try, but were so glad you did? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay brave and keep trying new things. Bye for now.